Hi, I'm Sefa. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to install your WordPress site on your cPanel. This is an ongoing training in how to build a website. Now let's begin. The first thing you do is that when you have purchased your domain name, if you have not watched my previous video on how to get a domain name and how to get a hosting space, I seriously advise that you go back, watch that video, then you come back and continue with this particular one. In this tutorial, I will show you how to install your WordPress site. Now, when you log into your cPanel, because if you log into your cPanel, you see something like this. This is a cPanel, and it allows you to install and manage your hosting account. What you see here, it's not very complicated. It's not something very difficult. All you have to do is just to follow some simple instructions, and you'll be able to do exactly what I've done. So the first thing is that you locate your applications. I'm going to install a particular script here called WordPress. This is the script that I'm going to install. So I'll click on WordPress. When I do that, the browser will load and then it take me to a new page where I'll be allowed to make a proper installation, start a proper installation procedure. So you have options. This is WordPress. WordPress, my app shows me this particular button will show me the number of WordPress installations that are made on this particular hosting account. In my case, I have no particular account here. I have no particular hosting. So I have no particular WordPress installed. But then to install WordPress, I will click on the Install Now button. So I have option to choose what I want to do, the protocol that I want to install. That's simply the site where you want it to install. HTTP, it's the default because I don't have a secure certificate that is a HTTPS. So I'm installing WordPress on a HTTP, and when I want it to be on the naked HTTP. The naked here doesn't have the www in front. See that? HTTP : // But I want it to be installed on the HTTP without the column involved. Well, you can change this within the WordPress installation after the WordPress has been installed. The second thing here is ask me which domain do I want to install this, and I have a domain extracudi.com. This is a domain that I told you that I already purchased to show you how to do this. The next thing you have here is its directory where you want this WordPress installation to be installed. In this case, WP, which is the WordPress, which stands for WordPress, is imputed here, so that if I install and you want to access this site, you have to access it on a subdomain. For example, extracudi.com /WP, then you will get this site. But I don't want it that way. I want it that way. So when you type extracudi.com, you should find my WordPress installation. So what will I do? I will simply delete this. The next thing here is to site name, where you watch the name of the site. The name of this site here is extracudi. Now the description: online business solutions for Nigerians. Alright, so online business solutions for Nigerians. That is the whole idea of extracudi. So do I want to make it a multi-site installation? No, I don't want. So you leave that. The next thing here, you have to enter the username for this particular site, the username and the password. Please, this is very, very important. The username mustn't be admin. Make sure you don't use admin because admin is a common name and a hacker can use that to access your site from day one. So use something a little bit complicated, not too complicated that you forget, but you can combine. So I'm using 34 extra, and then the password. The password here is look at it. We have a password strength. This is bad. So what you do, you simply create a password. You can simply type in. You can add a password that here. You can just click that. It generates a password for you. If I want to use this particular one, then I'll just click on that. But this password is strong here in this case. It's 60 over 100. Okay, but if I don't want to use this password, I will simply delete that and then type my own password that I want to use. That's the password I've just typed. Look at the strength, 100. That's 98 over 100. So the next thing you do is that you create, you type in your domain email. Make sure this email is a valid email, because every information, every user on this who sign up on your site, and every detail or every important notice about your site will be sent into this particular email address. So I'll put the email address that I'll be using on this site. So you select the language for the site. The language for the site is English language. I allow it to be there. And we have another thing here, a limit login attempt as a plugin which you can install. But I will not install this, because there are other softwares that I use when I am when I'm trying to prevent brute force attack on my site. So I will not use this particular one, which is here. I will do that when I'm teaching about plugins. There's an advanced option, but for the benefit those who don't know much about WordPress, you can allow that. But this advanced option allows you to change the database name. You can change the table prefix for security reasons, and also you can disable notifications if you want to. You can set the site to auto upgrade or not to auto upgrade. But WordPress automatically auto upgrades anytime it's installed. So you have auto upgrades, plugins will install automatically, upgrade automatically, and it's good. If you want, you can put that on. Put these ones. You can just set them on. And how about backups? If you want backup, you can take backup once a week, and then how many times should the backup be done? I just want once. And so you can select that. Depends on what you want. And then this is optional. All these things can also be changed with the plugin called iThemes. Here is the opportunity for you to select a theme that you want to use for your site. I may leave this because WordPress usually comes with a default theme that you can use, or you can install themes while you are in the site. But if you want, you can select this. Let's select this theme, and then it is done. I'll put an email here where information sent to this. When the installation is through, where should this information be sent to? Every installation that I've made here, every of the settings that I've done here, I want to remember them. So this installation will be sent to this particular email. When I have done that, the next thing to do is to choose the install button. You click the install button. Just verify. If there's any problem, you verify. You see if there's any problem, you can check and see, okay, this is a problem to you. But if there's no problem, you just simply click install. When I click install, it will start to install the WordPress for me. It takes about 3 to 4 minutes depending on the installation that's going to make. Okay, but in this case, it has successfully installed WordPress. Congratulations, the software was installed successfully. So if I click on this button here, it takes me into the site that we have just installed. This is it. And if I click here, it will take me to where I can log in to begin to configure my WordPress site. This is it. So if you don't follow if I've been too fast, you can play the video again to see how you can install WordPress and also configure it. So in this in the next video, I will show you how to configure your WordPress site to suit you and your audience.